Drake is on his second week of training, and what you're going to see here is the recall without any electronic stimulation. So the first week, you can look back at the video if you want. I'll put the link in the description. You'll see when I'm stimming and how I'm calling him back. And essentially what we did is we did that for an entire week to condition the electronic collar, to let him know, hey, on the lowest level, this is what this means in this particular context, because it's contextual. So now after a week of doing that, now it's just on verbal, no electronic collar, and we're also asking him to come back into the left side, which he's still working on. He's still getting better at it. But also a difference here from the last video is he is not on a leash. So we're just walking around, enjoying the environment. He is on a free. He has the freedom to go where he wants to go. I'm not going to penalize him for going wherever he wants to go. All he has to do is come back when I call him, which he's been doing really well in this training session. Now, how I fade it from continuous stimulation on the electronic collar to now we're not using it is basically by doing it on a continuous basis and then shifting to an intermittent schedule, meaning we're not stimming every single time. So now it's on a really intermittent schedule. So he's not feeling it. The only time he's going to feel it is if I call him and he decides, no thanks, I'm not coming back, at which point the electronic collar would take a form of a correction. Where it didn't do that before, now it is doing that. If he fails to come back, which in this session he's doing really well. He got really caught up in a smell here, and he came right back. Also, he's getting paid, so he's not just doing it out of quote-unquote fear that he's going to get corrected. As you can see, his demeanor is pretty relaxed, pretty happy. I'm asking him to come back, something that he understands now is a must, but also, I love that recall. I hit the brakes right there. But also, right there, there's payment. So we are still doing the reinforcement, the reward, on a continuous schedule. So the food is still on a continuous schedule. We have not faded that into an intermittent schedule yet. He's still on a continuous schedule. The electronic collar is now on an intermittent schedule. It's a very, very far apart. So there aren't that many stimulations, hardly any. The only time that it's happening is if he decides I'm not coming back. Which again, as we can see here, with somewhat mild distractions, he's doing really well.